Hey everyone, what's up? I tried to do this yesterday, but didn't. I kind of was multitasking, so I couldn't do it. And so I decided I'm going to redo it again. And it's basically talk about the fact, and the title says it below. WWE, as some fans would put it, WWE's uphill battle with CM Punk's heel turn, or CM Punk being a heel. Now, I can understand how a lot of people feel about this. I mean, technically, when you think about it, no matter where they go, mostly if it's smart mark towns, if you will, CM Punk gets cheered. I mean, this past Monday at the end of Raw, when he was beating down The Undertaker with the urn, people were cheering him. Yeah, they booed him a little bit when he dumped the contents of the urn on The Undertaker and spread some of the ashes on himself. That I can get them booing about. But most of it, but even before that though, they were cheering him. And anytime he comes out or even appears, you hear the cheers. Now, some people have come out and said they cheer him because he's good at what he does. He's good on the mic, he's good in the ring, so you gotta show appreciation. And it's like no matter what he says or does, whether he insults the fans or not, he still gets cheered. And, people like the Off the Rope show, the Off the Rope show, the British Fist, Renegades of Wrestling with JJ and Pinky, Tree of Woe, show. All of them will pretty much say something similar to the point that, all basically agree on one point, I should say, and say something similar. And that is WWE needs to stop fighting this uphill battle and just let CM Punk be a babyface. I mean, I can tell exactly what they're saying, I mean, I can tell and agree why they're saying this because, the reaction Punk might get this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Yeah, it's New Jersey and New York, but in the past decade or so, what has New York and New Jersey become? Smart mark territory. So you're bound to probably hear maybe an ovation here and there for CM Punk. You're bound to hear that, but who knows? But again, who knows? And I do agree with them in a way. If CM Punk's getting cheered, even though he's supposed to be a heel, a bad guy, then why not just let him be the face? Here's why. Because right now you got two people on the top of the WWE that are not just the franchises, but are considered the baby faces of the company. You got The Rock and you got John Cena. And a lot of people say it could have easily gone the other way. They could have easily turned CM Punk heel. Well, not CM Punk heel. They could not CM Punk, but Rock heel because he's not always there, and allowed CM Punk to be the babyface by explaining the fact of, hey, I'm always here. This is why I'm the best in the world. This is why I'm the champion. But where's my so-called challenger, possibly for the Rumble? He's not here. So again, that in a way may have made some sense, may have made just as much sense as CM Punk's turn, but still, here's why they didn't do that. You see, The Rock resonates with the populace. You see, basically, you got a lot of longtime fans that look at someone like The Rock and maybe even someone like Chris Jericho and get behind them because they're the last portion of not a bygone era, but of a very controversial, very let loose era in the Attitude Era. And they look at them as being that last piece of that era that's still around, and they look at someone like The Rock, they probably look at someone like Jericho and think, hey, all it takes is one spark from them, one situation with either one of them, mostly The Rock, and we could probably have another Attitude Era. And that's why they cheer him. Also the fact that, The Rock gets cheered because he's bringing in new by people that have never watched wrestling. You know, and they're being brought in for the first time because of his status outside of wrestling and in the movies. So, you know, for that to happen, it's pretty cool. Well, for the WWE to have Rock as a babyface. But then again, it's like you can't fight against the system at times, especially when that system demands something else. You see, basically the system is demanding, and that system being the fans, are demanding that CM Punk turns babyface. And that still could happen. That still could happen. Again, like I said, that still could happen. That still could happen down the line. So I was just thinking there, folks. But yeah, that could happen down the line. There's no doubt about that. But should it happen is another story. Should it happen is another story. You know, again, the reason, you know, we may not like why CM Punk's the heel is because of, like I said, of The Rock and John Cena. You know, again, you can't have three top baby faces at once, especially if you had plans to put two of your top baby faces in a title match against each other at the first pay-per-view of the year. And the way The Rock's portrayed at times, he basically portrayed that babyface look. You know, he has that, as he put it on Raw, that connection with the fans. You know, so that is why, and that's what WWE pretty much sees. They see his connection with the WWE universe and says, you know what? We're going to make Rock the babyface and we're going to make CM Punk the heel. But, and, you know, again, that does make sense in a business sense because, you know, CM Punk does make a pretty damn good heel. Let's not sell ourselves short on that. But nowadays, you know, ever since he did what he did 2 years ago, you know, it's like people don't want to boo him. I mean, and to me, this is why he's better off, you know, WWE is better off presenting him, you know, on SmackDown than they are Raw. Because when he was on SmackDown doing the brand extension, people booed him. He got booed, basically. And sometimes it was a legitimate boo, and sometimes it was, and some people put it, you know, phoned in boo, if you will. Or basically piped in, basically audioed in boos. You know what I'm saying? Edited in. You know, and Brad of the Brad Rules says, you know, they do that with Ryback on Raw. Yeah, maybe they did it a bit, but not really. So you have to understand. So again, you know, they could do that if they wanted to with CM Punk, but that's not the case. That's not the case because CM Punk is prominently, you know, showcased on Raw. It's not going to be the case. The best option is to try to prominently showcase him on SmackDown and see what happens. And I guarantee you, he'll get booed because even if they have to pipe it in, he'll get booed. And it will come out across on television as him being an ultimate heel, so that when they do live events, they do live pay-per-views, and even if he does make an occasional appearance on Raw, the live audience will boo him. And to me, that is probably the best option for WWE to go in. That's the best option right now. But again, there are rumors that CM Punk's going to feud with Brock Lesnar, and potentially Brock Lesnar is going to be the heel and Punk will be the face or whatever. And if that's the case, then yeah, fans will get their wish. CM Punk will be a babyface. But until that takes place, you know, we just got to deal with what we got to deal with. You know, yeah, WWE is fighting an uphill battle, but right now, it's a battle that we just got to sit back and basically take in and, watch and tolerate until the time is right. Right, for WWE to finally turn Punk babyface once again. So, that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree with what I just mentioned? And do you agree with what the Off the Rope show and British Fist say? And anybody else has said similar to it? Let me know down below, and I'll